Yes, okay. If you're sure. Right. Bye.
Norris still mithering about having to carry the coffin with his ankle.
Claims his sciatica has flared up now. Why Blanche specified him, I don't know.
Well, it was one of the little pleasures of her life, wasn't it, winding Norris up? I suppose she just wanted to have one last go. I'm fine. I'm fine, Eccles. I just can't seem to get my head around the fact that she's gone. Not sitting in that chair, face like a smack backside, slagging off my shepherd's pie. Or standing in the bar at the Rovers, making inappropriate remarks about people's sex lives. I just feel like I've lost my bearings.
I know.
Of course you do.
You want me to ring the prison again? See if there's any news on Tracy?
Oh, would you, love? I'm burying my mother today. I'd like to have my daughter with me. Imagine what she'd say if she walked in here and saw me now. You've got a funeral to go to and you're sitting there in your dressing gown smoking like a clapped-out German hooker.
Why German?
I don't know. I'm not good with words like she was. Anyway, I better get on. There's lots to do.
Everything's done, love. Just take today at your own pace. And remember, you're not on your own. Everyone you love will be there.
Not everyone.
I'll clean your shoes, and then we can show Leanne how smart you look, okay? First his mum, then that flaming rabbit, and now Blanche. I mean, you tell me, Leo, how is he going to cope with all that, eh?
Peter, he's going to be fine.
Will he? We don't know how all this is going to affect him as he grows up. Most people don't have to experience this kind of stuff until they're what? I mean, what? 30? 40?
Yeah, and some kids lose their whole families before they're in long trousers. Look, life's just a big lottery. He's still got an awful lot of people that love him.
I'm scared for him, that's all. You know how fond he was of Blanche. I mean, he must think that everybody he loves is just gonna drop down dead any minute.
Oh, you could say he was lucky to have ever known Blanche at all. I mean, I never knew my great-grandparents.
All right. Life's a lottery and Blanche is a bonus ball, is that it? I'll let him know that when we chuck in earth on a coffin.
Listen, I'm going to make you a promise. That little lad in there, he's going to grow up happy and strong and loved. Because you and me are going to make sure he does, okay?
How do you know we're up to it?
Well, she thought we were. She thought we were doing a great job for an alcoholic and an ex-prostitute.
I still can't believe you're taking her to a funeral.
We've got to be honest with her, that's all.
You don't tell them about death when they're this little. I was that age when my grandma died. My dad sat me down, said she'd moved house and he'd lost a new address.
Would you never wonder why you never saw her again?
I thought she was living quite happily somewhere in Wolverhampton till I was 23. Saved me a lot of grieving, that.
Did you come back from heaven to meet my new brother or sister?
No, love.
But you know what? The lady who's helping us find you a new brother or sister said it might not be too long now.
But that's not for definite, yeah, is it, Daddy?
Well, maybe not definite, but between me and you, kiddo, I reckon we'll be getting a new member of the MacDonald family very soon.
But I'm called Barlow.
Can't remember the last time we shut on a weekday.
We haven't got a choice, Roy. We've no staff.
Still, perhaps
We're
we could...
closing for the day, Roy. Move on.
Hiya. You've not seen Trevor this morning, have you?
No, we're closed for the day.
All right. Dirty stop out. Oh, it's lovely, that. Mind you, it wouldn't seem right opening today, would it?
Well, actually,
No, Janice, it wouldn't.
I don't believe you. It's a bag for life. I only bought it Thursday.
Oh, so now I'm responsible for... Could have been a bit more enthusiastic, that's all.
I would love her to be a MacDonald, of course I would. I just can't believe you promised her like that.
Oh, I wanted to take her mind off. Blanche.
Oh, you did that all right. She's been practising writing Amy MacDonald for an hour. You know, there's no way Tracy will agree to that.
I thought nobody could stand me, Mum.
You know better than that, love. She'll be deeply missed.
Lovely wreath.
Yeah. Mum would have been half the price, but her instructions were very clear.
Are you right, then, Mum?
Not really.
We'll do her proud, eh?
Make you think, don't they, funerals? How short our time on this mortal coil. How brief.
Social worker will be here soon.
How long are you going to keep this up, eh? I was looking out for Garrett. The longer he'd have stayed AWOL.
You should have talked to him, not gone behind his back. Now switch it on. The place is a pigsty and I'll not get no help from you for this meeting.
No, that's not strictly true.
Of course, seeing how this social worker's a bird, and no bird can resist my triple chocolate cheese.
Tag, Simon. Tag. Oi.
Whoa! Calm down, Steady. Got to be sensible today.
Quit the fags, aren't we, Daddy?
Sorry?
It's not a bad idea, that.
Oh, well, you know, one vice at a time.
Oh, well, don't worry about Nan Elizabeth. She can just smoke herself to death.
Is he here?
The notorious 1 o'clock club.
Yeah, well, my mother was like their spiritual leader, wasn't she?
Mate?
Archie, lovely day for it. Did you get the message from Arnold?
Yes, it would have been a long flight over for him.
Well, it's not that so much. any higher than a second-floor balcony, and he's concerned his pacemaker will explode. Oh, bit of a problem, Bryony from Knit and Natter. She was supposed to be playing in the coffin on the recorder. But while we were on the minibus, I mean, Mrs. Hasid is a very, very patient driver normally, but 45 minutes non-stop of mourning as broken is enough to try anyone's patience, especially during rush hour traffic.
Don't worry, love. We've got the CD with all the songs she wanted.
Oh well, thanks.
How heavy do you think it is?
She was a frail and elderly woman, and there's 6 of us. I'm sure we can manage.
Frail, Blanche? That's not a word I ever associated with her.
You got a good song fresh enough there, you didn't forget about it in already.
Oh, yeah.
True. You know, I'd rather go 10 rounds with Ricky Hatton.
I found her a difficult, unpleasant woman on the whole, often unnecessarily cruel.
Thank God you're not in charge of the eulogy, Roy.
All set, lads.
Yeah?
Rita? Audrey? Deirdre, love. Do you know, I couldn't have got through Alfie's funeral without a Valium, so I bought one for you just in case.
Thanks, love. But I need me wits about me, just to make sure everything goes the way she wanted it to.
Is that Tracy?
I can't believe she's gone.
Oh yeah, you say something about a Valium.
Accentuate the positive. Blanche, somebody's taking the mic.
Apparently she chose all the music herself. Well, she's certainly cheerier dead than she ever was alive. I think it's lovely that you and Roy have closed the cafe as a mark of respect.
Right.
And here's me thinking it's going to be a dreary do.
Just don't kick off, eh?
We're going to kick off. Why would I kick off with Amy?
We'll see after you. It's all a bit much for us.
Tracy!
We weren't sure you'd be here.
Tracy, who's your mate?
Who's yours?
Just ignore her. Come on, let's sit down.
This is Simon, by the way.
Hi, Simon.
Auntie Tracy.
Why is my mummy here?
'Cause she loved your Nana Blanche too, didn't she?
If you'll all stand, please. We'll start with our first hymn, Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer.
Hello. A tin of soup for you, my mum and my dad. It's not for me. I hate soup. Alfie's taking me out for tapas. That's Spanish for food. Rosa, you can't just give him a tin of soup. I know. I bobbed a loaf out the freezer and all. Anyway, I'll see you. Or as they say in Spain, sayonara. Okay, thank you, Mum. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I will. I'll ring him now. Okay, bye. What? Bye-bye, Southpaw. My mum said that I can stay at my dad's till my exams. Oh!
The only thing my mother didn't organise about her funeral was this speech. And she wasn't really the sentimental type. In my day, something bad happened. You stayed home, got drunk, and bit on a shoe. She would have been made up to see everybody here like this. The community out in force. Someone even mentioned that our local cafe had closed today as a mark of respect.
Not a word, right?
She lived for her family, my mum. 4 generations of us lot. There's not many families can say that, she used to say when we were together. Only 3 generations now. And I know it seems daft, but I'm 54. And I feel like an orphan. We've had our ups and downs as a family. More than our fair share, actually. And I honestly don't know how I would have got through the worst times. How me and Ken and Tracy and Peter would have coped without that mean-spirited old witch in the corner telling us to stop blubbering, pull our socks up and our fingers out. Yeah, she was good with words. And people have used a few to describe her to me over the last few days. Unique, fearless, honest. I think actually they were being polite there. I think brutal might have been nearer the mark. Anyway, she always used to say that people giving eulogies always prattled on too long, and they'd be better off picking a few words to sum up the deceased, clear off, and let the mourners get to the buffet. But how do you choose just a couple of words to describe this one, hey? Me and Ken tried for ages to come up with them. And we never really did hit on the right ones. But there are only 2 words that I'll think of when I remember her. 2 words that sum up her love, her support, and her protection, her loyalty, and her strength. My mother.
It's her! How do I look? Do I look like a good mother?
Oh, calm down, would you? She'll just be an ordinary woman. Steve said his one couldn't have been nicer. They're trained to put people at their ease, aren't the social workers? All big jumpers and smiling all the time. Come on, love.
Thank you very much.
Chloe, isn't it?
And you must be Mr. and Mrs. Windass.
Anna and Eddie.
Expect you can tell which one's is which.
We'll have a seat, love.
I prefer a dining chair if it's all the same to you. Recent exploratory in my lower parts and sitting soft does me no favours.
I'm going to wait for Amy.
All right, love.
That were a wonderful eulogy, Deirdre. She'd have been so proud.
I'm still shaking. Thanks for everything, Archie.
I were very fond of her.
And she was of you, you know that. You are going to come to the Rovers and raise a glass with us later.
She'd never forgive me if I didn't. She'll be greatly missed.
Oh, I need a fag.
Audrey! Heard about Gail. Did you? If there's anything I can do... You can keep away from her. She'll be out very soon. I don't want your poison anywhere near.
She's got your number.
Oh, shut up.
Amy! Hiya!
Must be weird for her, you know. Being out here after all them years inside.
Yeah, well, let's just keep her sweet, eh?
It is so good to see you. Don't you look pretty?
Becky did my hair.
Did she? So what's new with you, Scooby-Doo?
That's not my name.
It's like Dawn said, she's going to want to interview about the adoption, so you best behave, yeah, right?
As always.
Oi! You trying to take my daughter away from me? Change your name to MacDonald, rub her out of my life. I thought you knew me better than that.
All right, love. Calm down. I know you're upset.
Oh, you'll know when I'm upset.
No, Becky! Not here! No, you won't. Calm down.
Coronation Street continues in half an hour.